the Radio Forest Podcast.
Hello, Forrest. How are you?
Glenn Hughes, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
Good. Hey, it's Glenn Hughes, legendary from Deep Purple Black Sabbath, new album called Chosen. You've got 3 or 4 songs up online on YouTube. It sounds great. How's your voice? Do you have to do anything to maintain it? Is it a tea? Is it a vocal coach?
A lot of rest, a lot of sleep, and no overthinking. I just don't think about it. I stand behind the microphone, I do some breathing, warm-ups, and get in the joyous moment.
And how long does it take you to come together for an album with the song ideas and the melodies? And
It took around 10 weeks to write the album, and it took 3 weeks to make the album.
that's incredibly fast. Do you usually work that quick?
Yeah, I mean, I love writing songs. I'm writing songs all the time. I wrote those songs early last year. I started writing Chosen, the first song, and then the songs sort of wrote themselves as I moved along.
Are you still working on new songs now? Like once an album comes out, are you then done for a little bit? Or can you not turn off that creative flow?
No, I'm now beginning to write songs for the next Black Country Communion album with my friend Joe Bonamassa. I'm starting to write music for that now.
Jason Bonham's still a part of that band as well?
100%.
Why now and why the long delay?
Good question. In June, we did a great tour of Europe. It felt like we're a brand new band just getting started. After 16 years of not a lot of work, we went, hey, this is really good. We recorded a live album in June. It'll be coming early next year, and a tour will happen next summer.
So for writing with that band, then how do the song ideas come together? Are you all the lyrics? Because both of those guys, Bonamassa and Bonham, are great at writing song ideas and riffs and melodies. How does it all come together?
Joe and I write the music together in my studio, and I wrote pretty much all the lyrics. So it's basically Joe and I do it all.
Well, you're super busy, because tell me about the song with Joe Satriani and Steve Vai, too. I Want to Play My Guitar. That's amazing. How did that come together?
I've known Joe and Steve for 4 decades, and we've been talking about doing something like this. And I got a call from Joe last Christmas saying, how do you feel about meeting me at Steve's studio in February, and we'll write a song? And I Want to Play My Guitar was written. It was great.
Now, how fast does a song like that come together when you have the pressure to write with those guys? Do you come with an idea? You're like, I'm going to see what happens.
Look, Joe came up with the original idea for sure. So, and then Steve and I finished it off with him. So it happened pretty quick.
I saw that you had posted a photo of you and Ozzy talking about how you guys were neighbors. What can you tell me about that photo? It looks like there's got to be a story behind it. It's just kind of you guys backstage or, somewhere, and just kind of having a beer and having a laugh. Tell me about that photo with Ozzy.
Photograph was taken in Dallas, Texas, November of '78. I was in town visiting a friend. After the show, I mean, Ozzy was a very close friend. We were neighbors back in the UK. So what you see there is in my room, and Ozzy's basically sitting on my lap. Yeah, Ozzy was a really good, kind, funny human being, a very nice man.
You talked about how close you guys are. Is it safe to say that you're maybe closer with Tony Iommi? I mean, you guys have a ton of history as well.
Well, closer to Tony, because Tony and I have made 3 albums. So I've known Sabbath since 1970. We kind of grew up in the same neck of the woods, So for me, Iommi's, it's just a great guy. He's like a brother.
I mean, this is kind of more of a personal question, maybe something you can't answer. Have you reached out to him with the passing of Ozzy? Obviously, you guys have talked. How's he doing? I mean, Ozzy's been a part of his life forever.
Yeah, Tony, we're all very bewildered by it all. I mean, we all knew how sick he was. We all knew it. I mean, everybody knew it, but none of us can really get past it. We're still in shock. Typical.
So growing up that close to Ozzy, is there a football or a soccer team that you supported? Did you go to stadiums? The EPL just kicked off again. Are you still a fan of someone?
100%. Ozzy is Aston Villa Football Club, and I am Wolverhampton Wanderers Wolves Football Club.
Oh, nice. You and Ozzy ever talk about that and give each other some crap?
Yeah, we're rivals. We were rivals.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really cool. I want to talk about a couple of guest appearances you've done. You've got quite the impressive resume. How about working with that album with Mötley Crüe? How was that process?
Nikki Sixx called me in '94, and he asked me if I'd like to come down to the studio and help out singing with John Corabi, as you know, is the new guy. And I went down there and I sang some stuff with John, and it made on the album. So Nikki's another long-time friend.
Was that a song written by Nikki? Again, did you come with ideas, or
No, it was done. I went over there and I just sang. It was a fun day.
All right, how about another lead singer working with David Draiman on that album Device? That was just really cool to see two huge singers.
Yeah, I know David really well. Great friend of mine. And, you know, we spent a lot of time together. It was 12 years ago, something like that. And he was putting that new project together, and he asked me if I'd like to come and sing a song. And I said, sure. I like David. He's a good friend.
Your phone just must be ringing constantly, people wanting you to guest appear on stuff. Are you have anything in the can now that you haven't talked about publicly? You got any songs or bands you're working with?
No, again, we just made a live album with Black Country Communion, who are coming next year. I'm preparing to do another album with Bonamassa next year, Black Country 6. So for me, I've got a lot of stuff going on with my solo career right now. American tour will be announced soon, starting in March, and it'll run through April into early May.
Yeah, so you kick off in the Netherlands, run through Colombia on this tour. You've got some pretty impressive places you're going to. Doing this as long as you have, what's a place you look forward to visiting?
Everywhere, really. I'm quite popular in Europe and South America. So everywhere I go, I've got a lot of fans, and they're great. So I'm going back to the UK in October, so that'll be a great tour. I'm looking forward to all of it. It's a new show featuring new songs and solo songs. And yeah, it'd be great.
How many new songs are going to make the set list? Because now that you've got such a storied history, you got to drop something out to put some new stuff.
Yeah, there'll be at least 3 songs from chosen, and other songs for my solo work. And I can't really tell you what I'm going to do, but an evening of Glenn Hughes. Not so many. It'll be maybe 1 Deep Purple song, but the rest of it is classic Glenn.
Does it change at all because you have so many songs? You're like, this is set. Let's just get this really dialed in and nail this.
I think it may be at the start, let's get it dialed in. But I am rehearsing for 5 days in Cologne, Germany. So we'll have a good time to get the show together. But it may change. It may alter.
You're going to throw in some Sabbath stuff? Surely you have to, right? Fans demand it.
I may throw in a song I wrote with Tony Iommi for sure. Yeah.
We always hear in America how the European crowds are way more into your style of music.
Yeah, they're rowdy over there. Again, I do love playing America. Been living here most of my life, but I love playing this market. But in Europe, it's the level is more intense as far as rowdiness. You know, I think rock music is more popular in Europe than it is in America. I'm talking hard rock, but it's more popular, if you will.
Well, I think the new songs are actually a little bit harder than I anticipated, and I love that. I'm a big fan. Glenn Hughes, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath. You know, he's got a very rich history of his own solo career, too, with the tour kicking off, a new album chosen. Yeah. Glenn, hey, thanks for talking with me.
Thank you, man. You're very kind, Forrest. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.